Welcome to Deck Designer, a powerful yet easy-to-use online application that helps you create a customized outdoor layout plan before making any purchase decisions. Using a clear 2D layout workspace, you can add lounge chairs, tables, umbrellas, shade structures, and more to build a complete outdoor plan. The tool helps you visualize how everything will fit, look, and function in real life. To start designing a custom layout, you have three options. You can draw your space using the shape tools, use an existing template, or upload a blueprint or aerial image of your space directly into the program. Products in Deck Designer are created to reflect real-life dimensions, so it is very important to know the dimensions of your space before designing to ensure the scale of the products you add is accurate. One important note: you will need to be logged into your account on the main website in order to save or print your design, so if you haven't already, log in or create your free account before you get started. When you enter the designer for the first time, you will notice a preloaded template of a pool deck with furniture placed on a grid. Each grid square represents 1 foot. It may be helpful to spend a few moments exploring the tool with this template. Try moving products, resizing the deck, or adding new items. Now let's explore the tools in the top toolbar. To create a shape, select the Shape button. You can enter the exact dimensions of your layout by typing in the length and width, or you can manually size it by clicking and dragging to your desired size. Adjust the shape's color and stroke by selecting Color in the toolbar. Use the ruler tool to measure distances on your layout. Click and drag from one point to another to create your measurement. Use the text tool to add labels or notes to your design. The hand tool allows you to pan around the canvas by clicking and dragging. You can also activate this tool temporarily by holding down the space bar. Use the opacity button to adjust the transparency of the selected object. Use the grid button to show or hide the grid overlay. The Fit Design button resizes your layout to fit the canvas. Zoom in or out on your design using the zoom buttons. If you make a mistake or want to undo your last action, use the Undo or Redo buttons. To create a new project, select the New button in the top left of the interface. To save your current project, click Save Project. Save frequently to avoid losing your work. A green bar will appear at the bottom of your screen when the project has been saved successfully. To save your project as a PDF, click the PDF button. And to send your project to a printer, click the Print button. Now let's explore the features in the left panel. View your saved projects under the Projects tab. Use a template to build your layout by selecting the Templates tab. In the Objects tab, you can add pre-made shapes like trees, bushes, and other elements to enhance your design. The Products tab is where you'll spend most of your time, adding real products from our catalog to your layout. The Layers panel shows all the shapes and products you've added to your layout. You can hide, lock, or delete layers from this panel. The Cart tab includes all the products you've added to your design. Here you can view quantities, pricing, and select product attributes directly in the designer. You can also browse related products, check out, which takes you to our website, or request a quote based on your layout. If a red bar appears at the bottom of your screen, you must select your product attributes before checking out or requesting a quote. In the Help tab, you can find our step-by-step walkthrough, our in-depth user manual, and this instructional video for future reference. And if you have any questions about products or the designer, click Live Chat to speak with a member of our team. Select the New button in the top left of the toolbar to create a new project. You will now see a blank canvas with a grid. Select the Shape tool to create the base of your design, making sure it matches the dimensions of your space. Once you have created your shape, fill it with a color by selecting Color and choosing a Fill and Stroke color. You can repeat this process to add a pool, buildings, or other features specific to your space. Next, we will look at uploading an image or blueprint of your actual space. If you don't have a blueprint, a common way to get a good aerial image of your space is by using Google Earth. Visit Google Earth in your browser, type in the address of your space, and take a screenshot to capture the image. A helpful tip in Google Earth: click the ruler tool in the toolbar, then click and drag from point A to point B to get a measurement of your space. This will be your reference point when scaling in Deck Designer. Now that you have a screenshot of your space and a reference measurement, you can upload the image into Deck Designer. Click Upload My Deck in the top right of the toolbar, then select your image or PDF to place your space onto the canvas. The image is not yet to scale, so you will need to adjust its size on the canvas. To do this accurately, select the ruler tool and mark the measurement you took from Google Earth, or use your blueprint measurements. Now that you have your reference point, you can scale the image to match the ruler. It may be helpful to temporarily lower the opacity of the image to make the ruler easier to see. To scale your image, click and drag one of the corners until your space lines up with the ruler mark. Now the grid accurately represents your space's dimensions, and any products you add will scale correctly. You can delete the ruler mark at any time. One more helpful tip: consider locking this image layer so it doesn't shift as you add furniture. To do this, click Layers in the left panel and select the lock icon to lock or unlock the layer. At this point, you could place furniture directly onto your image and products would appear to scale. However, if you'd like a cleaner look, more similar to a blueprint, you can overlay shapes onto your image for a more polished result. This is done the same way you would draw a layout from scratch, layering shapes to create a two-dimensional representation of your space. One important note: shape layers are locked by default. If you would like to move or resize a shape, you will need to unlock its layer first. This can be done in the left panel under Layers or using the floating toolbar that appears when you select a shape. You can repeat this process to add a pool, buildings, or other features specific to your space. Once you have your base layout, you can start adding furniture. Open the Product section in the left panel to browse accurately scaled products from our website. You can search for a specific product using the search bar or narrow your results by category using the drop-down menu. To view a product on our website, click the eye icon to open its product page in a new tab. To add a product to your canvas, simply drag it from the panel onto your layout. You can also click the product image to place it automatically. You will notice that each product is scaled accurately based on its real-life dimensions relative to your space. Now that you have a product on your canvas, you can use the floating toolbar to make quick adjustments. Select the duplicate button to create a copy of the product. Click the Info button to view product details. Click the Dimensions button to display the product's measurements on the canvas. Use the flip buttons to mirror the product vertically or horizontally. You can also drag the Rotate icon to manually adjust its angle. Use the forward and backward buttons to send the layer forwards or backwards in the Layers panel. Select the Delete button to remove the product from your canvas, and click the Lock button to lock that product's layer in place. Continue adding products to your layout, keeping in mind to keep 4 to 5 feet of space for walkways. Once you have several products on your layout, you can select multiple at once by clicking each product while holding Command on a Mac or Control on a Windows machine. The selected products are temporarily grouped so you can move them together. If you would like to make the grouping more permanent, select multiple products and click the Group button. Groups can be ungrouped later using the same process, or through the Layers panel. Duplicate the group by selecting the Duplicate button in the floating toolbar. Now you can move your second row of products to another area on the pool deck. Continue adding products until you are happy with your design. For a cleaner canvas, you can hide your background image from the Layers panel by clicking on the eye icon. Add elements like trees, bushes, pools, and jacuzzis from the Objects panel to further customize your space. If products are difficult to visualize, you can change the color of the background shape for clearer visibility. Your custom layout is now ready to print. You're one step closer to making your dream space a reality. Open your cart within the designer and choose the attributes for each product. Once you've selected all attributes, you can submit a quote or go directly to checkout on our website. Be sure to save your project before leaving the designer. We hope you find this tool helpful for your purchasing decisions. As always, please reach out to our team with any questions. We're here to help.